What is cellular respiration? Cellular respiration is the process that cells go through to transform sugar molecules into energy. There are 3 stages within the process, which are glycolysis, the Krebs cycle, and electron transport chain. They all work together in a series of steps that continue to create an energy in the form of ATP and NADH.
Glycolysis is an anaerobic function that occurs in the cytoplasm of the cell. It splits chains of 6 glucose into 2 chains of 3 glucose. This is called the splitting of glucose. The glucose is the reactant in this process, and in the end, pyruvic acid is produced. 2 molecules of ATP go into the glycolysis process, and they produce 2 ADP molecules that help carry the high-energy electrons to the next system of cellular respiration, along with the NAD+ molecules.
The Krebs cycle is also known as the citric acid cycle, and it occurs in the matrix of the mitochondria. The matrix is basically the middle. This process requires oxygen, so it is an aerobic process. It starts with the pyruvic acid that was the product of glycolysis and releases carbon dioxide, ATP, NADH, and FAD. The citric acid that is formed by the high-energy electrons accepted by the NAD+, eventually creates 5 carbon compounds, 4 carbon compounds that continue to repeat this process, and 2 carbon dioxide molecules are released.
The electron transport chain is the last stage of cellular respiration. It occurs in the inner mitochondrial membrane. NADH, FAD, and oxygen all work together as reactants of the electron transport chain's process. The energy is used to bump hydrogen ions into the inner membrane. This will create more ATP. By the end of the process, water will be released and much more energy in the form of ATP will be produced. Up to 32 ATP can be produced from this process.